How uncanny is that, right? 3 months later, she is dead. And I have this number burned into my skull right now. Granted, my only relationship is that I wanted to review this person. I have a whole channel dedicated for reviewing people's work. So why am I here on my main channel? Why am I shoving this straight into HEADSHOP, even though it's fresh? Well, there's distance, alright? I don't see, like, her as a content creator, because there's not much content. There's distance between us, and it gets worse. It's not even good, the content that she has, because the content that she has kind of exposes her a little bit. Disney granted her a nice little movie, and she completely ignored the signs. You can see the same thing happening in Dove Cameron's life. You could have a nice family, you could have just accepted the Disney treatment, gotten the exact parenting that most parents would agree is a good parenting. But instead, you went for your own choice, your own personal best choice, and apparently, your choice can be lethal. Now, granted, it's a speculation, but the closest suspect, as a person suspect, we can suspect her for abusing drugs and overdosing and whatnot, right? Not wanting to live, being depressed. Possible. But we have to blame the boyfriend because boyfriend was, or ex-boyfriend. We don't even know what the fuck this is. We don't even know. I think my source is gonna be Sloan on this one. He seems to be doing fine on this case. And you can see I've watched 2 of these videos. I disagree with the ending of this, though.
They had a public relationship and nobody said anything. Like, how did that
This is about Duff, by the way.
go down? Like, a full-blown adult was dating a teen and the world just accepted it?
It is what it is, guys. If it's legal, people doomed to accept it. But right now, the whole system is being put into question, rather. Alright, so I've thrown a lot of stuff, right? She dies, and we don't know what happened, generally speaking. But we have to suspect that she was with an abusive boyfriend, and that's our biggest suspect. Because she shouldn't be with an abusive boyfriend. Her biggest suspect is herself, her own actions, her own, like, even statement about loneliness. I had to choose between loneliness or being abused, and I chose to be abused, and it's like, okay, dude, you're fucked. You're fucked now. It's over. I don't know what she was trying to do with this. This is one of those Oliver Tree moments where he's going on a podcast, spilling the beans, you know, and shit happens to him, and it's like, what? Did you predict your own death? Like, what's going on here? In this case, something slightly different happening. She's almost like taking an opportunity to be honest of what might kill her. And it's just so disgusting. So I don't come from a, you know, loving point of view. I have no compassion for this. The only thing we can do here is analyze that she made mistakes. You're not supposed to spend time with the abuser. And again, there's a perfect movie for that, you know? I wonder why it's so fucking ironic. Let me go through with this. You should have seen this. I've seen it on TV all the way back. Bro is like, this is my last chance. Let's stir up the pot and go on an adventure, basically. Piss people off if they have to be pissed off. But the only person who really got pissed off is a person who was dating the girl that he liked. That's it. That guy was so pissed off. He was fucking chasing him like Wild Coyote. But then the girlfriend was on his side in the end of the day. I'm so angry, and I have 2 friends who will back me up on this one.
Creepy loser who can't be loser.
Now, definitely rubbed it in a little bit too much.
Who can't get an adult girlfriend. You know.
Bro went confidence mode right there, and you gotta do it. It's a fucking good example, dude. It's so good. The movie is good, bro. It's good. It should be part of her, memory list to, like, keep in check, and, like, if it's a good movie, then at least it feels good to, like, follow its principles a little bit. But no. We're talking about a guy that she cannot defend herself from, that she does not have a support system against, basically, that she's being manipulated and changed entirely, and her mood fucking falls down potentially. And he's showing no emotions in general, including the moment when she dies, basically. There's supposed to be a thing called red line. We're no longer talking about red flags. We're talking about a red line of things that a person should never do and get away with it without, a proper punishment of called infinite breakup. We're broken up, and you should take that. You should take any breakup as a win of you have spent with this person. They finally exposed themselves as a violent little bitch, right? But she didn't take it. She didn't take it, bro. In the movie, it's the same thing. It's like she could have taken it very seriously, very quickly. We're seeing that her boyfriend is very violent, but no, there's reasons. There's justifications. I can still hang out with that person. I mean, he's violent, but, like, he's gonna protect me. Only when he cheats, only when the boyfriend cheats, she realized, oh shit. Oh no. And probably what happens in this fucking movie, because holy shit, we eating fiction all the time. I'll just assume real life is also fiction at this point. I have no compassion for this. All right, I have no connection, no compassion. I cannot talk to anyone about this. There's not a loss in my world, and wasn't looking forward to her movies either. All right, unfortunately, but at least we're gonna learn something from this. And honestly, now she's famous. Just like Oliver Tree says, now gonna be famous after I'm dead. Thank God. Thank God for that. You must have lived a very miserable life then. Otherwise. Like, she is notorious. She looks pretty. But overall, I was never, like, interested. Because there was nothing for me to go for. Maybe I'll watch Heroes one day and everything will flip and I'll start crying and whatnot. So already I'm coming from the, like, hot take territory. I am entangled in the celebrity world. I'm interested. But don't, rip my heart out. There's many celebrities. I mean, I will cry eventually about someone dying. The moment someone abuses you, they're already cheated. You already can't fix them. Like, the things that she's gonna say on the interview, her basically whole strategy laid out.
I have faith that she is.
The way she's thinking about this whole situation of being abused, right? You shouldn't even be talking about it, really. Like, it's so embarrassing, it's ridiculous. To miss the red line. The moment someone abuses you, violently, uses violence, that's it. That should be red line, it's game over. Alright, it's worse than cheating, rather. I can take the physical pain. Granted, if it wasn't obvious why she died, it wasn't violence that she died from. That's what makes this case a little bit more complicated. That's the biggest crux of this whole mystery, rather, surrounding the death. Because we would expect the same thing to just keep happening and she dies because she gets hurt deeply. Like, I wouldn't expect a conspiracy of some kind. However, there's another thing to support the theory that she just overdosed. She's an alcoholic as well. She was almost declared to, like, die in, like, 5 years. Based on, like, how big of an alcoholic she is. I mean, it's ridiculous. All the shit comes out. She spilled her guts, basically, for the public to see, just in case, it seems. It's fascinating. I challenge you to, like, make her look not guilty, but usually people who die, they're also pretty guilty about their own death. They're also pretty guilty about taking risks and not taking care of themselves. All right, I talked about Oliver Tree. Like, Charlie Kirk is a very different situation because we're talking about, like, front lines of warfare. It's different. It feels different, these kind of deaths. But living too fast and taking risks and not protecting yourself, not building a support system for yourself, because you shouldn't be able to even do most of the things. I don't go outside even. Without a support system, there's nothing for me to do outside. What am I supposed to be confident about outside world? I can go shopping, because I definitely need food. But I don't want to fucking test my support system in any radical way. You give them a fucking inch and they take it. They start talking to you. They start fucking noticing you, basically. They start plotting something around you. There's bad people everywhere outside. It's almost guaranteed. Like, she's almost questioning of, like, why am I attracting all these bad people? No. You're just doing the wrong thing. You're not actually focusing on what works. You're just roaming around, basically. Roaming will get you in trouble alone. To be in, like, top tier in the dating market and not break up just for the sake of experience, just for the sake of, like, find another guy to give yourself to, give your love to, right? Someone else definitely deserves it. And it's so fucking insane that that's not how she's thinking. You have this whole movie you're famous for. You have a violent boyfriend who's abusing someone in front of you, but only when you get abused directly does that fall into the realm of consideration, right? Oh, shit. Well,
From high school or from tonight.
non-abusive person should have won in this case, but didn't have a chance, did he? And she would be still not taller than him, by the way. Average guy.
Thanks. You hit me with your car. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Now you owe him, said the mom, though. You owe me, said the mom. And honestly, maybe that's the only language that actually works. But then she's like, nah, I'm gonna fucking bail this relationship. She had, like, a professional relationship with the mom. The mom was, like, coaching her. It's kind of like the Ice Princess movie, the other movie as well. Like, she's just living her own movies and failing miserably. That level of irony at this point is just so embarrassing. I can't help it. You dragged me into this with your own death, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I hope you ordered funeral roast. You can dislike this video, but that's what I'm capable of. That's the only thing I came here to do. All right, let's slow down and gather the rest of the crumbs together and let her speak as well. See, I'm ready for this. I'm head shopping this year. I just didn't thought it's gonna be a literal head. I was hoping for the head to be intact. And I wasn't really planning on talking about anyone else but Technoblade. I was willing to talk about Technoblade, but there's a level at which you're now being like you're entering harassment territory, and my video kind of got flagged for that, and I still have to bear the consequences. This one I think I can get away with. All I'm saying is that she's very reckless who she's hanging around with self-admission, and I can't wait to play the self-admission part. That's the most entertaining thing. I'll try not to laugh, though, because it's bizarre that a person, like, makes these like irrational decisions, I'll try not to laugh. That's the best I can fucking offer.
And I'm kind of feeling the same way about Hayden Panettiere's relationship with Brian. I've spoken about Hayden Panettiere before on my channel and some of the traumatic things that she had gone through. And I guess in a domestically violent relationship, if she wanted to be with him, she would be with him. We can't really stop her. But with
We can definitely give that ultimate advice of drawing a red line and picking someone else for a change. Just as like your reality gets distorted. If you allow abuse of any kind, the reality starts getting distorted. Even asking you back is abusive, is stalker behavior when you draw the red line and say no, right? It should be pretty obvious. But oh no, they crawl themselves back into my life. It's just, come on, dude. It doesn't work that way. It is true that stranger danger gets overwhelmed by the danger of the loved ones. They're way more dangerous. But you can choose where to put your love and attention to. You can always choose. You can save the world. As a celebrity, every celebrity has a chance to save the world. They just choose not to, right? Choose not to study of what would be actually helpful behavior. What would help most of the humans. They choose not to care that much. So it's, again, very laughable when a celebrity gets into so much trouble and it's her fault in the end of the day. It's miserable, dude. Yeah, there's the sunk cost fallacy as well, but the moment you know you're losing, you gotta fucking bail. Because things gonna go to zero. Your investment gonna go to zero really fast. Past the breaking point where you already know you're losing.
stop her. But with all the warning signs, with all the arrest, it's just so unfortunate that we saw this relationship happening and nobody was really able to stop it. I mean, Hayden even shared.
Nobody was really able to stop it, but we're not going to talk about Hayden trying to stop the relationship herself. See, that's the problem. Like, we're trying to be way too nice. We're literally playing all the way around, hoping that we don't have to insult Hayden, but like, come on, dude. That's insane. That's insane. It's her agency. It's her decisions that leads to this fucking final death spiral conclusion. That's it. And like, we can see it happening, you know, and it's so terrifying. Well, it is what it is. You gotta let people live their fucking lives. The best thing you can throw is an advice. Well-crafted advice. That's it. And at this point, I would say Disney already did that. The most vivid advice you can possibly get. It's almost like they took a random hot person and made movies about what hot people tend to do. But then she was like portrayed as completely insanely reckless in every single aspect. Just for the sake of feels good adrenaline junkie moments like that. Like, come on, dude. She was portrayed that way. She was overanalyzed, identified, and now here we are. Finished. Done. Hands clean. She chose the wrong things. Anyways, despite all the things that she had. We have to keep these motherfucking rich people accountable in the end of the day. They have more resources to make better decisions, and they choose not to. Bonus meme, her personality is like Demi Lovato. That's why I know the overdose is a thing. I knew it from the start. I saw her face. Must be something with overdosing, right? You also know that, like, celebrity world, it tends to be a big factor, but, you know, I realized the boyfriend was a much bigger factor in that sense. And her lack of self-control was a big factor as well. And most importantly, her hiding things from the public because she still went back to the same fucking relationship after spilling those guts, basically. Fuck it, you know. Still secretly had nothing else going on for her. No strategy of how to fucking spin her life. No potentially ability to feel vulnerable. For once, to start a new life, you have to be vulnerable a little bit. Open up to the people who care about you. None of that shit, bro. You know she ain't doing that.
Her, and she still was with him. I just wish there was that mother figure.
No, not under capitalism. It's legal to be on your own and make your own decisions. my friend. I wish there was mother. Aw, that's so cute. You're putting the blame on the mother because, like, oh shit, they didn't had like a very close relationship, but that's the point. That's the point. You just don't have to worry about it. You're being told at 18, you're free to do whatever you want, make your own decisions. There's going to be consequences. Don't worry about the consequences, though, because you don't like the consequences anyways. It sucks. You'll worry about that later. You know, the consequence of having a baby, you'll worry about that later when you actually have the baby. Oops. Yeah. Yes, then it becomes political. Who's gonna kill the baby is the next question, right? That's the unfortunate reality we live in. Under capitalism, people are free to do whatever the fuck they want, and we will see more of these car crashes happening all over the place. We just have to accept it. We have to accept how miserable it is, but we're just spectators. The most genuine good people are just spectators of the world that's falling apart and crushing people. There has to be consequence. That's the most beautiful part. The consequences. We can see it. We learn those lessons. And we hug each other if we care about each other's, losses and fears, right? If we want to one day, like, rebuild our confidence back, despite seeing all these horrors being recreated by, low IQ people. Low IQ people are generally destructive, so you can say low IQ people. That's the general expectation.
To be a supportive person and to try to help.
Like, you gotta love how he's like a lost little puppy, completely confused. What's going on? There should have been a way to save her. Should be a support system. If a person does not subscribe to a support system, they don't have one. That's the fucking insane reality. If you do not subscribe to a support system, if you don't care to hang out with your parents, hang out with your old friends, you don't want to support yourself, good. Do whatever the fuck you want. All right? You're so confident, you're so fucking badass. You have everything you want all by yourself. Go ahead, man. Good luck. People can literally be allergic to support. Allergic. They don't even talk. They don't even allow you to post comments sometimes. Fucking, it's almost like their heads explode. Just allowing you to exist somewhere in their lives. It's fucking ridiculous.
Her daughter go down a different path, but of course,
No.
Hayden didn't have that.
In her mem one night,
You can't stop these people. You can't stop people because you yourself have to live a life too. You yourself have the sense of freedom, and you're trying to chase valuable things in life. You have to sacrifice relationships, unfortunately, very often. As close as a mother-daughter relationship can still be sacrificed for the sake of exploration. And it was completely justified. I mean, if her mom doesn't feel anything about this dad, like, great, like, she's gonna live. Unless she's a bad person, then we want her to feel bad. But it depends, right? The only person we want to feel bad is, the abuser. There should be criminal justice for that fucking dude. He is known to be a criminal entity next to a person who died. I mean, like, you can't have your fucking hands as dirty as that anymore. You just can't. People like that should be immediately arrested and questioned until we are satisfied. The only last breath of a celebrity should still get a pretty good grip on certain people, right? We still respect celebrities for who they are in the end of the day, and that should still arrest any suspect and interrogate them for public use. Because where else are we going to get content from Hayden? Not anymore. But someone has to substitute that shit. I would say it would be only fair. We make the rules at this point. As a godlike person, I cannot agree with any other statement but that. We make the rules. We decide what the reality is supposed to do. And eventually, if enough of us agree, shit breaks into place very nicely. So there's a lot of things to learn here. And a lot of things to consider. There's a lot of, like, building material during drama. The building material just rains upon us. We have to fucking harvest that as quickly as possible. That is a form of respect to the dead. Although I just imagine myself as Lara Croft and just looting tombs and moving on with my life. I don't know. You know, I want to feel cool while doing this.
He
You
busts
don't have to take my word for it, though. Literally.
busts up my face so badly, I don't leave the house for weeks.
It is try not to laugh challenge, guys. And this is gonna fucking break me, guys. Oh my god. I will laugh at something, okay? Oh. So badly. I couldn't leave my house. Like, she was literally crippled. Like, a celebrity status was crippled. Her face was crippled. And you still put up with this? What the fuck is going on? That's it. You can't draw a red line brighter that you can't see from outer space. You know, where aliens gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? You humans should feel like pain and stuff, because, like, celebrity status demoted. Don't you want to keep that thing that you have? I don't care about the physical pain, because aliens don't know about that, but they know that this famous person no longer famous for 3 weeks. That's pretty weird. Don't you, like, dislike that sort of relationship? What's going on here?
Later described
Because someone, like, literally inserted domination. They can, like, turn off your celebrity status for a couple of weeks whenever they feel like it. And she's also kind of describing it of, like, it comes from left field. It comes from nowhere. Yeah. I mean, beautiful. There's probably some kind of rationale in there, but at the same time, usually the most straightforward rationale is someone trying to be dominant over you, someone just being selfish, and seeing what they can get away with. Seeing how much you are dependent on that relationship, how addicted you are to that relationship. Because it gives a sense of control of, like, oh, I can do whatever. I can do what you're still gonna be put up with me. It's good. It's good. Fuck yeah. No problem. I'm in control. Like, these evil people need the reminder that they're in control. They can say whatever. They can do whatever. You're gonna put up with it. They can feel confident after beating you up, basically. It's so messed up. I don't want to bring myself into this. The opposite can be true as well. I attacked my mom. Alright, my mom ain't got no celebrity status. But she has the, you know, a reasonable person status. And being attacked is pretty bad. But why would I do that? She got into my fucking head. She be yapping in her room by herself. And I'm just, I can't stand noise. From the very beginning, I started, like, going to a crusade against noise. So I wasn't trying to control my mom per se, but I'm trying to slap that demon out of her that annoys me so much. And thank God, it worked. I was able to tame her. That shit fixed it, eventually. But I had to fight the best way I know how. And it was dirty. It was dirty strategies, guys, in that sense. But I was desperate. She should have been desperate to escape that relationship, to run away. We're talking from the perspective of a woman who cannot use the magic of violence, right? And again, I regret, but I finally no longer have to use violence of any kind. To, you know, we settled. Good. And it has been a long fucking journey to fight my parents. Both of my parents got a nick in the eye, basically. Imagine where I have to come from the land of poverty. Fighting your own parents is just, you know, one of those things. You gotta get through with it. Both of your parents are shit. Okay. Oh well, you know. I came back. I still had to, you know, reconcile with that I have nothing else but my parents. I had to come back and survive another set of stupid shit. But now I am rich. I looked at my bank account, I'm like, I'm getting too much money. That alone just, wow, what a miracle in the end of the day. Like, the story, at least, even though it makes no sense, it's coherent in a way that the good guy wins in the end of the day. And that's it. I'm satisfied, I'm happy. And I will fight for you as not to feel that I have too much money. Alright? I'll spend my time for you as well. Or that is at least the hope. I mean, I don't know what your perception of me is, but I'm trying to, you know, be helpful in painting the full picture here in a more spicy manner. So we can have a, you know, a unique discussion in the comment section instead of just like toss a bunch of facts and see what happens. I mean, do you really respect those kind of YouTubers who don't spin in a unique way? And again, my comment section is open. I want to participate. I want to talk about this some more. I want this to not die, potentially. I don't care. She's cool. We can find the good side of her life and extract it and put it nicely in a museum, like manifest that sort of vibe.
The fact that
We're gonna talk about stuff like that.
Literally no one
Although this is important, right?
life, but for how long, is that I was more afraid of being alone than being abused.
she was more
Scared. That is delusional. That is Max delusion, rather, and it's a very good way to put the delusion into words. That should never be the choice. You should choose to be alone. Alone time is good, and this is one of those things I'm willing to like explain even better, of like how alone time can heal you, can prepare you for a much greater path in life. That you should take some like downtime. You should not make it feel like a punishment. Like, this is definitely a stigma that has to be, or a delusion that has to be demystified. You call it a systematic issue if that was the advice that she needed. We don't know. We don't know, guys. But she put it so nicely that, yes, it is definitely a big factor. If someone made her passionate about being alone and slowing down and taking care of yourself, being more healthy, like trying to get rid of as much stress as possible, because when you're alone, you can fix yourself. You can fix yourself, whatever's broken inside you. You don't have to fix other people. You don't have to focus on that shit. Like, that's an addiction. That's a really weird fucking addiction, dude.
harmed.
Again, we're gonna get through all, like, there's an entire segment for this.
Should be
The most shocking thing was, like, seeing some kind of, like, poster where he's not welcome in a certain place. Yeah, Hayden's boyfriend is not welcome in, like, you can imagine a village.
than innocent. Brian has lawyered up, and he's refusing to cooperate with police because he knows that he's responsible for Hayden's downfall, and somebody is going to have to pay. The wrong path. Again, the way that she's speaking about this sounds more like a talent agent than a mother who just lost her daughter. Like, what do you...
Let me evaluate this, though. I don't know what this dedicated
The
to,
wrong
though.
path.
It's not lying about her mom. Her mom, no heartbreak, no like remorse, no, oh my god, I love her, I'm gonna miss her. Just another day to her. She shared
Yeah, but I throw my hands in the air. I'm like, that's how the world is. The strength of your relationships is what's gonna fuel the emotional state. And she's trying to scramble, basically, like, I didn't really have relationship with my child. What do you want from me?
filming Heroes, she told Leslie, I don't want us to work together anymore. I just want you to be my mom. Which, I mean, her mother Leslie responded with, you owe me. And Hayden wasn't expecting to hear that, though Hayden was partially relieved that the conversation was short. She felt like this dark looming cloud was over her.
Well, you could have just continued the conversation, rather. That's the fucking problem. What? Short? Oh, the conversation is short. You're participating in it. You decide if to extend and ask questions of like, oh, everything is obvious now. I don't know, dude. I don't know. You can at least ask why. I don't know. I don't owe you anything. I didn't want to be in this industry at all. And then at that point, we all get insulted because she's telling us that she didn't want to be a celebrity, but now we have to care about a person who is a celebrity but didn't want it to be a celebrity. What the fuck is this then? Right? Why am I here? No, she didn't want to. Like, nah. This is an important thing. You owe me. Like, it kind of makes sense. And a conversation shouldn't just end magically like this. There should be some mutual understanding of like, yeah, but I'll do things on my own now. I'll think about it. I don't know. It is an important moment, so I
I'm
had
curious
to
as to what
overextend on this one.
does Hayden owe her mother? So many different thoughts were going through
Oh, what is it? You have to invest into the relationship, something.
her mind. Does she owe her
Oh, he's
mother?
asking the question.
So many different thoughts were going through her
genuinely.
mind. Is she expecting payment? Like, what does she want? A percentage of my earnings going forward?
You could have extended the short conversation by asking these follow-up questions.
Is my by herself. When she was with Brian, she was so subdued and almost seemed like a different person. The neighbor claimed that she called 911 at least a half dozen times to report disturbances in this apartment that Hayden Association on the property.
Yeah, homeowners association. Homeowners association divorced the guy faster than the Hayden did. And Hayden didn't take this for a fucking sign. Which was an actual sign. Imagine that. Like, how oblivious you have to be. That's insane. Again, try not to laugh.
Featuring an image
Crazy, I know.
of Brian, how toxic domestically violent relationships can be. I mean, she's going out on a gurney, and Brian is right next to her, watching her every move, making sure she's not saying anything to anyone about what he had done. And when we're talking about these bag of pills and her dying in this apartment that he was in, I mean, the guy would go and take a sledgehammer to a bathroom. I mean, he's a horrible mother, but Brian is a horrible boyfriend, horrible partner, and I hope that he's never in a relationship again. I truly hope he dies alone. This insider says,
You know, I won't feel bad if the consequences fit the mold, basically. If you're really so numb and you cannot see that such level of violence is so unacceptable for anyone, but you still put up with it, what the fuck is going on there, right? She should have been dissected like a frog of what kind of decisions is she making, bro. And that's all we got. That's all we got, guys. And we got plenty.
Yeah, I think it was around this.
Plenty of try not to laugh material, rather. So I'm gonna fucking mark it where she starts yapping because there's a whole segment for this.
Fights and is a bit
There might be more material that's concerning, I don't know. Even her child cannot stay with her. You know, she knows the risks to that level, to that extent where other people should not be around, other vulnerable people, but that's the feeling I'm getting.
businessman.
She can't save herself from this.
And
On and off relationship for 8 years. And there has been, what, 4 hurricanes? Well, we had a yearly hurricane occurrence eventually in our relationship.
three-way FaceTime
There was no hurricane when he was arrested for that period.
going on.
You know?
And sometimes it's
I'll analyze these like most played parts as a bonus meme.
Earlier, you talked about, surviving your abusive relationship with your ex.
Here it is, baby.
yes.
And I just asked you about,
She feels really defeated here. Oh my god.
because like I said before, it's like, and as you said earlier in our conversation today, you're like, but I don't know if I'm always good at knowing or trusting my gut or
Mhm.
following through on it.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I feel like I've let myself down so many times and let other people down so many times, and I've just I mean I had going on like self implode and destroy something good that I had going on before anybody else got a chance to.
What the fuck does that mean? It's as close to definition of self-sabotage as you can get. Self-sabotage before anyone else get to. I will kill myself before I get another boyfriend. Is that what it is? No one's gonna get a chance. Oh boy.
later, and it made me stop trusting myself. I mean, I was
That's the zero confidence or minus infinity confidence thing you can say. I had a hard time trusting myself. Holy shit, man. You need some alone time. Some of the stuff, I'm like, how do you come up with sentences like that?
wasn't even raised to, aside from
I wasn't raised to trust myself.
my instincts as an actor. I was taught to really trust myself. I was taught to trust these people around me. It's been a
I mean, she explains that. So what is it, a trust miscalculation overall? This is definitely big, but you can only trust people who you have good relationships with. That's it. It's very basic stuff. Or are you at least getting what you want? You can at least be selfish about it.
important it is that you listen to yourself, that you listen to your gut. Every time I have not listened to my gut.
So, not the gut that matters. What about the brain? There's two different aspects of a human being altogether. There's the heart and there's the brain. Where's the gut? You have to eat brain first? I don't understand that part. No, there's only two things. The gut, or gut feelings, all this nonsense, basically. Maybe they can, like, alert you of danger, of stress. Stress to take some alone time. Oh my god, we circle back to the same bullshit. Alone time. That's the only thing the gut can tell you. To slow down. Alright, if it's too stressful. Right? If you having diarrhea, then probably something bad happened. No, listen to your gut. I mean, like, what does that even mean? Because we have to talk in literal terms. We have to actually understand. We also have to update our language as much as possible. That will help us communicate and make better decisions. Communicate with ourselves. Because you need confidence to be able to slap people out of the leave me alone. Like, you know what I believe in. You understand. When you can give people clarity, you can actually get rid of the bad ones a lot faster. You can put up more resistance. Language is a big deal. If you're making weird statements like that, I mean, to me, you're showing weakness.
But
It sort of helps that she says, like, I have a hard time trusting myself. That's good enough. You're not thinking a lot, are you? This should be it. This should have been a happy ending of, like, she is publicizing her trauma. Everyone cares. And boom. She gets the ultimate advice to be alone and process all of this. Continue basically marinating on the book. Maybe there's next book. Who knows? It's like less of a biography and more of like the ultimate advice how to break through all these traumas. But, well, it didn't happen. There's no happy ending.
I put up with it. And
for 8 years.
this is something, this is, I was actually going to ask if
that it is fascinating to me, and it's actually quite shocking that the alone time that she spent to write a book still didn't work. It didn't work, bro. That concerns me. I wish it worked. It would sound like a good advice. Just write a book about it, right? But didn't work. You know, I can level up the advice. I can say bleed to the public. You know, just fucking make podcast. Just say everything. All right? And you will be surprised for how long you can't shut up about it. I have to level up the advice. No more books. Fuck that shit. Pisses me off. Books pisses me off. They're traumatic experience for me at this point. So maybe that would help. I'm surprised that the books didn't work. The book thing didn't work on processing everything properly. But in podcasts, you can also invite guests sometimes if they want to associate. That's pretty cool.
Analyzed it, the more connections I made between the abuse I was allowing to transpire and the abuse I've gone through in my past. They say that you ended up, I was more afraid of being alone than being abused. And in order to be around that kind of
follow up with
behavior, it took me dulling my senses and numbing myself with substances in order to silence that rational voice in my head that was telling me,
oh, is that what you were doing? Oh, look at that. You were consciously numbing your brain and saying your brain, I will make rational decisions. That's way better. That's the alcohol, baby. You're numbing your brain. That's fucking crazy, dude. That's crazy. People genuinely drink alcohol as if it's some magical medication to shut their brains up. Like, god damn, dude. No wonder people are not watching my videos. My videos are all the brains. There's probably an alcohol version of my channel. Yeah, I don't even know how to feel about this, like, public confession, because it didn't work. It's not like there's still guilt all over this statement.
Was going on and the many reasons why I needed to get myself out of this possible.
We can only hope that people, you know, get their hands dirty and take a lot of that guilt for themselves. Oh, that would be beautiful.
Somehow, every time I found the strength
I can't wait to, you know, for this person to be remembered as a good person, but right now, tough.
to get away from my abusers,
Very
they would always
tough.
find their way back into my life. Hamster wheel.
And again, definitely contained alcohol in this. Alcohol is so cool in this movie. She's like, I will be drinking this bottle of wine. What do you see to that on her phone? Fucking alcohol was glorified. And it kept going like that. She was still a normie in that sense.
That the physical abuse would come out of left field, but it was always when he was drinking, same as my mom. We could be dancing and joking, then
Aww. Funny how alcohol ruined everything for her. Everything, dude. That shit's like tsunami, bro. Ruined her entire life, alcohol. So in the end of the day, we're talking about her mom. We're talking about the boyfriend. But the alcohol wins, bro. In the end of no fucking way you can find a match of power level. And again, out of all the addicting substances, alcohol wins in it's the most destructive substance known, right? It destroys the outside world and inside world equally, and it's top tier. So of course, your guys not just have a three-way shitty relationship, but there's a fourth guy in the room who's serving you beer. Oh, and you take it. You take it for all the different reasons that you like. To just awaken your demonic selves, basically. It is such a fucking shitfest in there. Like, you literally open a can of worms and there's a can of worms in there. Like, what? There's actual worm? Why would you put worms in there? What the fuck is this? How do I even handle it? You dump it in the fucking toilets and you flush it and it's like, holy shit, man. It was a can of worms. At least it's not a can of rats or roaches, bro. Holy shit, man. Thanks for opening up. 1 second. Thanks for opening up for us.
and a switch would suddenly
Totally from left field,
smell blood.
guys.
I was dealing with this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation. I tried to fight
Which is the opening demon portals
back in every way that I could think of.
out of left field.
I took every approach from standing my ground to attempting to calm the situation to running and hiding from it until he sobered up. And once he was sober, that good part of him would be back and he would see the damage he had done and he was
Try not to laugh, guys.
Devastated.
As alcoholics.
apologetic and it seemed so
Holy
honest
shit,
and
man.
genuine that I was torn. I thought back to everything
Aw.
I've done wrong.
And
in
it's like, oh my god, what happened to us? You know, it's like they have taken the most disgusting drug on earth. It's like, what have we done? We destroyed the house. Oh my god. And their conclusion is like, nah, I like beer. Well, I do love beer, though. It was worth it, the conclusion. Oh my goodness. My dad is an alcoholic. And you know what? For him, totally worth it. I definitely cut ties with him because what a fucking weirdo my dad is at this point.
to be just as forgiving. I desperately wanted to make him a better person. I wanted to fix him.
Yes, by starting to drink as well. You know, trying to numb your own brain from all this bullshit that's going on. You know, while you're fixing, you also like drinking a lot, isn't it? What an interesting job. That is the most outrageous statement of all time. I was trying to fix him. Wow. Damn, boy. Damn! It's like fixing a tank of like, now what? You fix the tank. People just gonna use it to destroy things. Like, it's not that deep. How about fix people who need love, who need attention, and who are not addicted to alcohol and don't
I'm a
turn
real-
into demons
Really strong person.
on Tuesdays.
Out of intense conflict. I found myself trying to be smaller and weaker just to avoid a battle because
That sounds like it would fix anyone. If I was smaller and weaker, it would fix so many more people.
there's no reasoning with the unreasonable, and as strong as I am, I couldn't physically stand up to a grown man.
Doesn't that suck to take such risks?
I know I have a big heart, and I always try much so.
But again, she wasn't killed by violence.
Was that by allowing the cycle to continue, it hurt the people I love who came to my rescue, and I
Aww. And now people can't come to your rescue anymore.
cannot allow that to continue.
Guess you fixed that too. I don't know how to approach this because there is the aspect of she cannot defend herself. But, I mean, you play this game. You pretend to be her lawyer or something. Tell me if I'm missing something that would make her look good in this situation. I appreciate the content. We all need this. This is the only material we get to react to. Otherwise, we just walk away and ignore it. You know? But right now, it can be like a shameful person saying something shameful. We have to pay attention. Try not to laugh. Try not to laugh here. Alright, that's not the point. Alright, she's doing it to herself. We don't have to add anything to it. Alright, guys?
I want for myself, and most importantly, I had to take accountability for enabling unforgivable behavior.
That's what we're here for.
Thank you for.
I feel like, I mean, that's the first time I've shared that, so I'm feeling the weight, this weight come off my shoulders at this moment.
Oh fuck, I lost the challenge! But I can't, this guy makes me laugh though. This guy right there.
That anxiety.
I mean, isn't that beautiful to share? And all of a sudden it lifts an elephant from the room. Elephant disappears.
Relieved by something like that. It feels like an elephant stepped off my chest. I feel overwhelmed in a positive. Got to do it in my own words. In this moment, I feel more trust in myself than I have in years.
But if you have a drink, you will stop trusting yourself. So consider that as well.
I got a little
That's
bit of me
good
back just
option.
now.
Your own words, and I
Oh
feel
my God,
that, I feel like this.
I created a brain cell inside myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. But I could drink that brain cell.
Confusing to me is because I've known throughout the whole thing that I wasn't doing anything to deserve it. And that's why I say in that part.
Except be around, basically, right? If you didn't deserve it, then build the world around you, build reality around you in a way that you don't get it ever again. Obviously, this person is destroying your reality, is abusing your reality, your sense of like, I don't deserve this, but you can't actually fix it, so you don't get that thing? Or was it worth it? I don't deserve to be enslaved. I only deserve free money. Is that what we're talking about? She has a pretty good job, and I think she can figure out the relationship part too.
Like, talk about how it come out of left field. It didn't take me saying anything wrong. It didn't take me doing anything wrong. It didn't take.
I was just around, you know, against or next to an unhinged person. It's just like, I'm just there though. I didn't do anything wrong, but I'm there. I'm there for him.
I would be being dragged by the hair, and it was like, make it go back to 2 seconds ago. Like,
what can I do? You take the good with the bad in relationships. All right? And I don't know. If you can't do anything about a shitty relationship, that's probably the worst thing. Right? Because the effort put into a relationship should at least make it better, slightly better each time you put effort. It shouldn't make you feel defeated of like, there's nothing I can do to this relationship, but I still want to keep it. That's disgusting, dude.
what's going on it was only when alcohol was involved, but no amount of alcohol could ever make me capable of doing something like that.
Only when It's so not left field, to be honest, if it's only when. Okay. You know what to do. This is actually the easiest task of all time. Alcohol, you run away. You run away from alcohol. Easy. Why? How is this hard? That's the fucking problem. This should be logically the easiest thing to solve of all time. Well, there's alcohol involved every single time. Alcohol is that guilty guy. I really suspect him. Okay, dude, don't hang out with that guy. That's called alcohol. It should be the easiest thing.
Capable of doing something like that, especially over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Capable of making me, however, is a really weird statement.
You have to go through that.
Especially over and over.
Capable of ever make me capable of doing, like, me. She said me. I thought you were doing nothing wrong. Does alcohol turn you into a monster too? What's going on here? I'm so annoyed right now. It's crazy. And then imagine going from alcohol to just slightly lower tier destructive substance. And then it's game over. It's like next level. Because if it's something slightly less destructive, you're probably just gonna intake more of that. It's like, oh my, we didn't spawn a tornado. We need more heroin in our system. Again, the bag of medications, though, that's also a subject. I don't think it's alcohol based, you know? I don't think it's a bag of alcohol. Something else is mixed in that we don't know about because we probably don't know much about this whole situation. All right, which will only get the surface layer peeled off for us and fucking cooked for the public to see. But there's probably so much more going on.
I know, and the fact it still baffles me that it ever went there, that I ever allowed it to, that I ever stuck around for it. I mean, it's just so unlike me. But I think that a huge part of it is that I just moved back to LA and I was lonely.
Oh my god, let's try not to laugh. It's very hard on this one.
And nobody was present in the beginning.
I was really lonely, but I was lonely, guys.
The person that I fell in love with was great. So
maybe fall in love with like 10 dudes instead of one. You'll have more options, and you'll know how to fix your loneliness. Man, isn't loneliness scary, guys? Holy shit. I've been lonely for years and years and years and years and years and years, and it keeps getting more and more lonely, and I'm just like, whatever. What can I do to fight back? It is what it is. And people just fucking come out of the left field like zombies that they are, and they're just fucking spamming a bunch of shit in my face and like, I guess I'm still lonely. Still kind of fucking lonely here. Did you drink alcohol today? Maybe don't go into the comment section, okay? We don't need you there. There's like thousands of reasons why to block people out of your life, out of the comment section generally, because they can come out of God knows where. They can come out of God knows where at this point. You gotta be careful with this shit. God damn. Like a celebrity standard is not to hang out with normies. I get it. But then what does that make the abuser? Abuser, even though he's like celebrity looking dude, but if he's an abuser, he's probably kind of a normie, to be honest. Secretly a normie. And you don't have to hang out with that shit. Like, what is going on? You know, you can be addicted to all these other drugs, but you chose to be a normie with the alcohol. Come on. God damn, dude.
Mrs. Great. So the Mr. Hyde did not show up until I was already in love with the Dr. Jekyll.
Were you able to talk?
Hyde? That's you, though. Hyde and Jekyll. Yeah? Kind of makes me dizzy.
Talk to anyone?
All right, this is why my funeral roast works.
Did you talk to anyone? Did you feel you could reach out to anyone, or did you just feel so unsafe?
I felt embarrassed, humiliated. I felt ashamed. I wanted to keep my friends and the people that I loved as far away from the situation as humanly possible.
Now, this one is very interesting, but yes. Thank God. Humiliated, ashamed, all the good things. But to keep people away from the situation, so to speak, you have to be honest. Honesty is the way, unfortunately. You have to tell them what's going on. So they know. They can make their own decisions by having enough information. I know how crazy that is, isn't it? I want to keep them far, far away from knowing everything about me. That's how it actually sounds like.
I just knew there was no explaining it without getting the reaction of, what are you doing? What are you thinking?
No, you could just say I'm alcoholic, and people will know how to treat you
And I
from
would go,
there.
I genuinely don't know. I don't know what in me is putting up with this, is allowing.
You do know. You fucking know. You know exactly what it is. You numb down the pain with alcohol. You create a self-predation cycle. I had to create this word. Self-predation. A man drinks alcohol to become a predator. A woman drinks alcohol to allow men to become predators. Self-predation. You accept it. It's that easy, bro. I really don't know. I really don't know why people want to have sex and want to drink alcohol. I really don't know. I really don't know why they want to not be alone. I couldn't figure it out, man. I spent some alone time and figure it out. All right, you need those answers to those questions so people who are loved ones are not distanced away from your life. You can talk to them directly. Oh no, I don't want them to be involved. It's like, I don't want them to feel dirty about it. It's like, oh, it's fine. Yeah. Do you see how much agency this person has? Do you see how guilty they are in the end of the day? You see how much you can actually do to alleviate all these problems? And you could at least have someone to call in situations of stress to have a little bit of comfort. And if your phone gets taken away, you know to fucking get out. You know to get out. Someone has to fucking have your back. You have to have a support system no matter what. And people want to help you. It's good. It feels good to help others. You're not a fucking burden in the end of the day. It's so crazy. Oh, I feel like a burden. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's the worst.
Give and forget those kinds of things.
Forgive and forget is the maximum manipulation tactic.
And not so.
Forgive and forget only works in total silence. When the other person wants to keep growing distance on you, then it's just like, forgive and forget. You let them do their thing. But if they're closing in the distance onto you and putting burdens on you, you can't do that. Your house is on fire right now. You have to fucking fix shit. Forgive and forget works in very certain circumstances. You can mix all this shit up and end up, in a very bad situation.
Out of it and gotten away from it. But it's like we talked about before. It's like abusers, they weave themselves like weeds into your life, and there's always something that they left behind. There's also always something that they have to come back for. There's always something that they find to keep that connection, keep you on the hook. I called in the heavy hitters and the people that were going to protect me and make sure that he had no way back in, that this was going to be a done deal finally.
Yikes. Bro, she couldn't even say it herself.
As I said, I thought that I really thought I had done it and I was capable of doing it by myself, but I needed an incredible amount of support and backup in order to make
sure to keep the stalker away. Am I right? If he's a stalker, that's next level. That's beyond normie. Alright, that's a fucking asshole. If you need extra resources besides saying no to them. Granted, I wish I could divorce my teeth, but fuck it. Hopefully my teeth will not kill me.
Make sure that
Again, remember this is going on for now 20 minutes.
Parting from him.
And of course, somebody died in her life, and her brother, basically. Like, what? That's the only thing that can shift the conversation into a different direction. This story is so generic. There is no real ending to this as well. Don't drink alcohol, don't hang out with abusers. And you need to know what the replacement, what a substitute looks like. But usually it's a whole package that you can just throw in the trash and slow down your life as much as possible and enjoy everything that is not alcohol and abuse. How about that? Crazy, but I might block abusers from the comment section. Yeah. People can use their own voice to express their own concerns, and they can do it over and over again until they feel clean. There's plenty of things to do, even in the situation that you're lonely. That's a wonderful starting point where you can find an interesting solution because you have more resources than an average person. And that should already give you most of the confidence you need. So yes, toss the filthy things into the trash and look for something better. Life gives you plenty of time to do just that. Looking for things. For the best way to do the thing. Especially if you haven't had good parents. You have to take that time. You don't have a compass. You don't have a good solution to things generally. It takes a long time to fucking seek for that. Sometimes your problems are not even that big. You just have to talk about it with the right people and then you fucking get your way out of there. You're gonna set up a very, like, secure system so no one can fucking break in and harm you in any way. Your safety net determines how free you really are. How many things you can really do risk-free. The real freedom is not feeling that there's a risk attached to something. That's the freedom that you can actually extend in your life. But you have to use your resources accordingly. You have to have that safety net. It's like you can experience more vivid dreams. But what happens if you get stuck in a nightmare? What happens? That would be a really bad fucking thing. But when you build a safety net of, like, you can just, with a click of a button, wake up instantly. You escape a bad dream. Beautiful. No one's gonna get you stuck in a dirty situation. So those are the lessons from this whole shebang. And maybe it makes even her movie in particular watchable one more time. You will learn something as well. You will have something to contemplate about. To me, it's a very dirty movie, but it still kind of like bleeds her personality. It's like she's reckless even without drinking. I guess we accidentally recreated the scene. It's never goodbye. And then they split off. I don't think there's a lot of alcohol where she's going. So that's gonna help her quite a bit. See you guys next time.